So you've heard the story where somewhere they drilled into the earth until they reached hell, and you can hear the screams of hell? Well, the Addams Family's back, and I don't mean the da-da-da-da, are back for a new feature about digging a hole to hell. What's up, guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Void Horror Podcast. My name is Alex, and today we're going to be doing a spoiler-free review of a movie that's coming to Shudder called Hellhole. Now, this movie is going to be on streaming for Shudder on Friday, August the 23rd, so this week you'll be able to check it out and watch it for yourself to see what you think of it. So what is this all about? Well, it's about an American company who set up fracking in a desolate place in the Serbian wilderness, and they are being bugged by these environmental government agents who work to try to protect the environment. They get an approval to drill and dig down into the earth to frack, but the workers uncover something unimaginable. It's a century-old French dude who's wrapped in a sack, living underground. That's been buried underground? What? And he's carrying a parasitic monster that might destroy the world, amongst many other things these days. Anyways, so what did I think about this film? Well, it is a very independent film, and I think they're doing a lot more. This is like a bigger movie, I think, than their most recent ones. It feels bigger because it's like a bigger concept and a bigger idea, and it's not as artsy as some of the other ones were. This one feels more in line with like a regular story, something that you might see from like sci-fi in a way. The practical effects, there is actual practical effects in this movie, but they also use their form of CGI, which, you know, it's not the like biggest company in the world that's doing the CGI here, but they do a damn good job of popping people and seeing a bunch of gore and gru like all over the place. The story is interesting. I really like the story and the idea of it. This thing infects people. It's like a parasite and nobody knows who has it or not, but they don't really play on that level as hard as something like The Thing. But on a lower scale, you know, they do some fun things in it. Some of the movie is taken very seriously, and their Addams charm is in there, where they add some of their own personal humor into the mix, and that seems to be kind of a thing that they do in the movies anyway. But there's some jokes that are in here. They try to kind of beef up the film a little bit with the gore and the, you know, different characters all in here, which, by the way, Bruno Veljanovsky is actually in this film. And he was in that Eight Eyes film that Vinegar Syndrome put out and was at the Atrium Horror Film Festival that I talked about. So if you want to check out that review, you can. But he's in here as a different character. Obviously, they shot this movie in Serbia, so there's a lot of people speaking Serbian. The setting for this movie in this desolate place is like a really good spot for it. But where I think this movie kind of flails a little bit is kind of in the dialogue. But I think if you keep your expectations a little low and know going in, this is another indie project that has a lot of big ideas and tries to have fun, to make filmmaking that will inspire people and to do it as a family, I think you'll appreciate this one for the most part. I certainly did. I don't want to get too much more into details, but essentially this parasite is hopping from one another, and they try to figure out how to stop it before it spreads to everybody. And it does pick up a little frequency towards the end, but I did struggle a little bit with the dialogue in this one. But like I said, if you keep your expectations a little low on this one, it's an independent film that I admire that they actually put a practical effects creature monster in the movie. And this one is more of a story idea than their previous movies, which are a little bit more on the art house kind of style. In a way, I feel like that kind of takes away from it a little bit, but there's still charm to be had here, and I would love to know what you think. If you're a mainstream movie fan and you're looking for something that's kind of like The Thing, understand this isn't a big budget film, okay? We're not making The Thing here. We're making something on a smaller scale for a big idea. But yeah, I enjoyed it enough. I thought it was pretty fun to watch. It kind of reminded me of a sci-fi movie a little bit, and I feel like some of their previous work is a little bit better than this one, but this seems like it's more accessible so maybe more people will like this one. Maybe I'm somewhere at about a 5.5, maybe a 6 for this one out of 10. And it's only because I had some issue with some of the jokes that didn't really quite work for me, and some of the dialogue, the accents or whatever, you know, that doesn't faze me whatsoever. They were all fine. I could understand everything that they were saying. Some of it just felt a little too cheesy at times, and I think that's why my score is a little bit lower than their other movies. I just personally prefer Hellbender out of all of them. I think that's one of my favorite ones out of the 3 that they've done. But this is a different one, and it might reach a different audience. So hey, maybe you'll like it and enjoy it more than I would, and maybe you'll like the gore and stuff that they put in this one more than their other films. But if you want to check it out, it is coming out on August 23rd on Shudder for streaming. So if you have access to that, check it out. I would love to hear what you think about this movie and theirs in the comment section down below. Let me know which one of their films you are most excited about or like the most. But yeah, thank you so much, Shudder, and of course, everybody at the Addams Family. Keep rocking on these independent films. I think it's cool that you guys are doing them, especially as a family. Like, what a way to fucking grow up. That's just so cool to me. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And as always, long live the void.